Welcome back, my dear friends, to the memory lane. This is the place where we step away from the rush of the modern world, turn down the lights, and take a quiet, gentle stroll back into the golden days of yesterday. I am so glad you could join me today. Go ahead and grab yourself a warm cup of coffee or tea. Settle comfortably into your favorite armchair. Take a deep breath, leave the worries of today behind, and let us spend some time together remembering. Today, we are exploring a treasure that almost every family has hidden away somewhere. It might be tucked safely in a cedar chest at the foot of the bed, resting on the top shelf of a closet, or sitting proudly on a mantle. It is a weathered, cloth-bound photo album. Its edges are a little frayed now. Its cover shows the gentle wear of passing decades, and its thick paper pages have turned a soft, warm, sepia-toned yellow. To a stranger passing by, it might just look like an old book of forgotten faces. But to us, it is nothing short of a miracle. It is a living time machine. It is a sacred window that opens up into the vibrant youth of our parents, a time of incredible vitality, profound hope, and deep, enduring love. When we hold this album, we are holding the blueprint of our own lives. It is the moment we realize that our parents weren't always the quiet, silver-haired elders we know today. Once upon a time, they were the dreamers, the trendsetters, and the architects of a beautiful world. There is a very distinct, comforting sensation that happens the moment you open an authentic vintage photo album. It engages all your senses. There is that unmistakable scent, a sweet, earthy mixture of aged paper, time-faded book glue, and perhaps a faint hint of lavender or tobacco that lingered in the living room decades ago. It smells like history. It smells like home. As you flip through the heavy, textured black pages, your fingers brush against those classic little black triangular photo corners. Remember those? Long before digital cameras and smartphones, a photograph was a physical treasure. You couldn't take 50 versions of the same photo and delete the ones you didn't like. You had one shot. You had to buy a roll of film, wind it carefully into the camera, frame the shot with absolute precision, and then wait days with burning anticipation to see how the pictures turned out at the local pharmacy. Because of this, every single photograph in this album represents a deliberate choice. Someone thought a specific moment was so precious, so beautiful, or so historic that it deserved to be captured, developed, and preserved for the future. As we look at these early pages, we are transported straight back to the late 1950s and the dawn of the 1960s. For the children of this era, this was a world of neighborhood block parties, screen doors slamming shut on hot summer afternoons, and the comforting hum of a black and white tube television warming up in the living room. It was a time when the world felt a little smaller, a little safer, and infinitely more grounded. And at the center of this world were two young people who had no idea that they were about to write a family history that would last for generations. Let us look closely at this first photograph. Take a look at that young man standing proudly on a sun-drenched suburban driveway. Look at the hairstyle, neatly greased back in a perfect pompadour, not a single hair out of place. He is wearing a crisp, white crewneck t-shirt with the sleeves rolled up, a pair of stiff blue denim jeans, and a confident, slightly mischievous grin. Behind him sits his absolute pride and joy, a gleaming, two-tone American classic car, maybe a '57 Chevy or a brand new Ford Thunderbird with beautiful chrome bumpers. That young man is our father. When we are children, we tend to view our parents through a very narrow lens. To a child, a father is a monumental figure of authority, protection, and provision. He is the man who fixes the broken bicycle, the man who goes to work every single morning before the sun comes up, and the man who gives wise, stern advice at the dinner table. We often forget that before he was a protector, before he carried the heavy weight of a mortgage, bills, and family responsibilities, he was just a young man full of fire, passion, and unwritten dreams. Look into his eyes in this photograph. There is a fierce, beautiful determination there. He is looking directly at the camera, looking straight into the future. He doesn't know yet about the challenges life will throw his way. He just knows that he is young, he is free, and the entire American highway of life is stretched out before him, waiting to be explored. And right next to him, on the very same page, is our mother. Oh, look at her. She is radiant. She is wearing a beautiful, knee-length swing dress with a cinched waist, her hair styled in a perfect, elegant soft wave. She is sitting on a plaid picnic blanket at a local park, laughing effortlessly as the afternoon breeze catches her hair. In her hand, she is holding a small, portable transistor radio, the height of technology back then, perhaps listening to the sweet, harmonic sounds of the Everly Brothers, Buddy Holly, or a young Elvis Presley. In this snapshot, she is entirely untethered from the gravity of adulthood. She isn't thinking about grocery lists, doctor appointments, or parent-teacher conferences. She is simply soaking in the warm sunshine of her youth. She is beautiful, full of grace, and completely full of life. When we see our parents like this, a profound wave of realization hits us. They were just like us. They had a youth that was just as vibrant, just as electric, and just as romantic as any generation that followed. They had favorite songs that made their hearts race. They had secret dreams they whispered to their best friends late at night. They had fears about growing up, and they had a deep, burning desire to make something wonderful out of their lives. Seeing them this way connects us to them on a level that words alone never could. As we gently turn the page, we enter the beautiful chapter of romance. Courtship in the late 1950s and early 1960s was a true art form. It was a time before dating apps and instant communication. If a young man wanted to ask a young woman out, he had to muster up the courage to walk up to her front porch, ring the doorbell, look her father directly in the eye, and promise to have her home before curfew. Remember the sweet simplicity of those dates? It was a Friday night at the local drive-in theater, watching a classic movie while sharing a bucket of buttered popcorn from the comfort of the car. It was sitting at a vinyl booth in a neon-lit diner, dropping a nickel into the tabletop jukebox to play a favorite song, and sharing a single chocolate milkshake with 2 straws. It was a time of handwritten love letters, carefully folded and kept safe, and nervous phone calls on a heavy rotary telephone anchored to the kitchen wall, hoping nobody else in the house was picking up the extension. Look at this photograph here. It looks like it was taken at a local community center during a formal dance. The room is decorated with simple paper streamers and balloons. The band is playing on a small wooden stage. Dad is looking incredibly sharp in a neatly pressed suit, his tie perfectly straight. Mom is wearing a breathtaking corsage on her wrist. They're caught mid-motion, dancing closely. You can almost hear the soft, romantic crooning of Nat King Cole or Perry Como echoing through the speakers. The way Dad is holding her hand, the quiet, protective way he stands over her, and the gentle, trusting way she rests her head near his shoulder, it speaks volumes. There are no words needed. It is the beautiful, undeniable beginning of a lifelong partnership. Then comes the most sacred page in the entire album, the wedding day. This photograph captures a moment of pure, unadulterated hope. It is a stunning Kodachrome photograph with those rich, warm, unmistakable colors that define the mid-1960s. Mom looks absolutely ethereal. Her wedding dress is made of delicate lace and satin, featuring a beautiful neckline and a long, sweeping veil. She is holding a cascade of white roses, and her eyes are sparkling with a mixture of joyful tears and absolute anticipation. Dad stands right beside her, standing just a little bit taller, looking incredibly handsome in his black tuxedo. The look on his face is one of pure adoration. He looks at her as if she is the only person in the entire universe. When many of our parents got married in those days, they didn't start out with a mountain of wealth. They didn't have luxury apartments, massive bank accounts, or elaborate honeymoons. Often, they started with nothing more than a handful of savings, a few pieces of secondhand furniture gifted by relatives, a shared dream, and an ironclad commitment to one another. Turn the page and you see the fruits of that commitment. Here they are standing in front of their very first home. It is a modest, single-story ranch house in a newly developed suburban neighborhood, the classic American dream of the 1960s. The yard is mostly dirt. The trees are just tiny saplings held up by stakes, and the living room is empty save for a single television set and a fold-out chair. But look at their smiles. They are king and queen of their own castle. There is a photograph of them painting the kitchen walls together, covered in smudges of light blue paint, laughing at the camera. There is a photo of their first Thanksgiving dinner in that house, sitting around a makeshift table made of a wooden board resting on boxes. These images offer a profound masterclass to the younger generations about what true love and partnership really mean. In a world that often chases immediate gratification, our parents showed us the beauty of building from the ground up. They showed us that a home isn't made of expensive decorations. It is built out of shared laughter, mutual respect, and a willingness to work side by side through every single storm. They weathered economic recessions, personal losses, and the daily anxieties of life. But they did it together, their hands firmly locked, keeping the promises they made on that beautiful morning in front of the altar. As we continue to leaf through these yellowed pages, the scenery undergoes a beautiful, profound transformation. The glamorous, carefree photos of road trips, beach days, and fancy dances slowly give way to something much warmer, a bit messier, and infinitely more sacred: the arrival of children. The year is now 1965, a time of great cultural change in America, but inside the walls of the home, the timeless story of family remains steadfast. Look at this deeply moving photograph right here. Mom is sitting in a rocking chair by a nursery window. The bright, energetic young woman from the earlier pages now has soft, dark circles of exhaustion under her eyes. Her hair is pulled back quickly in a simple clip, but look at her expression as she gazes down at the tiny, swaddled bundle cradled in her arms. It is an expression of overwhelming, unconditional, and fiercely protective love. And look at Dad in the next photo. He is holding the baby. Those same large, strong hands that worked on car engines and built wooden fences look so incredibly gentle, almost trembling with a profound sense of awe and a sudden, monumental weight of responsibility. This is the specific chapter of the photo album that brings a lump to our throats and tears to our eyes. When we were children growing up, we took the world for granted. Children don't have the capacity to see the invisible scaffolding that holds their lives together. We didn't see the late nights when Mom and Dad paced the hallway floors with a feverish child, praying for the morning to come. We didn't see the quiet, worried conversations at the kitchen table late at night, balancing the checkbook down to the very last penny to make sure there was enough food on the table and shoes on our feet. Our parents made a silent, unselfish trade. They willingly traded the vibrant, unburdened days of their youth so that we could have a future. They passed on the new clothes they desperately needed. They skipped the weekend getaways, and they put their own personal ambitions on the back burner. Dad worked grueling hours, coming home with calloused hands and an aching back. Mom worked tirelessly from dawn until long after dusk, managing a household, packing school lunches, mending torn jeans, and turning a simple house into a sanctuary of warmth and security. The yellowing of these photographs isn't just a chemical reaction of old paper over 50 years. It is a beautiful symbol of the passing of seasons. It represents how our parents slowly, lovingly poured the very vitality, energy, and strength of their own youth directly into us. Every unselfish sacrifice they made was a brushstroke on the canvas of our lives. They gave us their time, their health, and their absolute devotion, all so that we could stand on their shoulders and reach for stars that they themselves would never get to see. As we approach the final pages of the album, the timeline catches up with the present day. The tiny babies in the faded overalls have grown up into independent adults with families of their own. The modest starter home has been filled with decades of memories, holiday dinners, and graduation parties. And the vibrant young couple from the 1950s and 1960s has blossomed into our beautiful, silver-haired elders. There is a magnificent, profound beauty in looking at our parents in their twilight years. Yes, time may have etched gentle lines across their faces. Their steps may be a little slower now, their hands a bit more fragile, and their voices softer. But if you look closely, if you look past the silver hair and the wrinkles, you will see something magical. When Dad looks at Mom across the living room today, or when Mom lets out that hearty, joyful laugh during a family dinner, the veil of time drops away. In their eyes, you can still see the exact same young souls who shared that milkshake in 1958. You can see the same young couple who danced in the gymnasium, and the same brave parents who held us tightly in 1965. This album teaches us a profound truth about life. True youth is not a number on a birth certificate. It is not about the smoothness of your skin or how fast you can run a mile. True youth is a state of the soul. It is the capacity to love deeply, to maintain a spirit of kindness, and to hold on to hope through the changing seasons of life. Our parents may have aged in body, but the monumental love that anchors them to each other and to us remains as fresh, as vibrant, and as beautiful as the day they first held hands. Now, as we prepare to reach the end of this album, a profound, overwhelming wave of gratitude washes over our hearts. We look at our parents, whether they are sitting right across the room from us, watching the sunset from a rocking chair on the porch, or living on in the sacred, quiet spaces of our fondest memories, and we realize the true magnitude of what they did for us. When we were young, we were often too busy with our own lives to notice. We were caught up in the frantic rush of building our own careers, chasing our own romances, and raising our own children. We took their presence for granted. We assumed they would always be there, a permanent fixture of strength and comfort. But as the years pass and we accumulate our own gray hairs, our vision clears. We begin to see our parents through the eyes of adulthood, and we are humbled by what we see. We understand the sheer weight they carried for us, and we marvel at the incredible grace, dignity, and silence with which they carried it. Our gratitude to them is not a casual, polite thank you. It is a deep, soulful, and lifelong reverence. We thank them for the unwavering integrity they modeled every single day. They didn't just tell us how to be good people. They showed us by how they treated the neighbor, how they handled adversity, and how they kept their word even when it was difficult. We thank them for the gift of resilience. Watching them navigate the ups and downs of the 1950s, 60s, and beyond taught us that no matter how hard the wind blows, a family rooted in love will never fall. We thank them for the traditions that anchor our lives. The smell of a specific holiday roast, the specific songs sung around the piano, the comfort of coming home to a porch light left on. These are the inheritances that money could never buy. We thank them for believing in us when we didn't believe in ourselves. For the gentle, encouraging words after a failure, for the proud cheers at a graduation, and for the safe, non-judgmental harbor they always provided whenever the world outside became too cruel. The beautiful story captured within this yellowed photograph album does not end when the book is closed. It does not stop with the final page. The true legacy of our parents is not confined to paper, ink, and faded chemicals. It lives on, beating vibrantly inside our own hearts, our own choices, and the way we pass values down to the generations that follow. When we take the time to gather our own children and grandchildren around the table, open up this old album, and share these stories, we are performing an act of vital importance. We are keeping the flame alive. We are telling the next generation to look at where they came from. We want them to look at the strength, the love, and the courage that built the foundation beneath their feet, knowing they are part of an unbroken, beautiful lineage of dreamers and workers. In this way, our parents never truly leave us. Their spirit remains beautifully woven into the very fabric of our family identity. Every single time we display a trait we inherited from them, whether it's Dad's quiet, unstoppable work ethic, Mom's profound and unwavering empathy, or their shared, resilient sense of humor during a difficult situation, we are keeping them alive. The youth they experienced, the love they fought for, and the wisdom they gathered along the way become an eternal, priceless inheritance for every generation that follows. As we reach the end of our journey today through the yellowed photograph album, let us take a long, quiet moment to reflect on the breathtaking, winding road of life. The sepia tones, the faded colors, and the worn edges of these pages all sing a single, harmonious song, a song of a life magnificently lived, a love faithfully shared, and a family deeply, unconditionally cherished. Let us commit to honoring our parents today, not just with silent thoughts, but with active love. If they're still with you, pick up the phone today. Go visit them. Sit down on the couch. Place this album on their lap, hold their hand, and ask them about the pictures. Listen to the stories behind the smiles. Ask them about the music, the car rides, the dance halls, and the nursery in 1965. Let them know, in no uncertain terms, that you see their sacrifices, you remember their youth, and your heart is overflowing with gratitude for everything they have done. And if your parents have already gone home to rest, take comfort in knowing that they are looking down on you with immense pride. Look in the mirror, smile, and recognize that the best parts of them are still living directly through you. To our parents, the young, brave dreamers of the 1950s, the tireless builders of the 1960s, and the wise, beautiful elders of today, we say thank you from the bottom of our souls. Thank you for the sacrifices, thank you for the lessons, and thank you for the endless, unconditional love you poured into our lives. You have been our greatest teachers, our most steadfast protectors, and our most beautiful guiding lights. And to all of our dear friends here at the Memory Lane, thank you so much for taking this walk through time with me today. I hope this story has brought a warm glow to your heart, a sweet smile to your face, and a beautiful memory to your mind. If this journey touched your soul, or if it made you think of your own wonderful parents and the beautiful days of the past, please give this video a gentle thumbs up. Share it with your children, your siblings, and your friends so they can remember too. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so we can continue to walk down the memory lane together. Until our next stroll into the beautiful days of yesterday, keep your memories close to your heart. Cherish the people you love, and have a truly beautiful, blessed day. Goodbye for now, my friends.